What? A call? I looked at my phone and it was from my dad. Hello, Dad. What's up?
Nancy, have you already arrived at Tom's family home?
Not yet. I just missed the bus after getting off the train, so I have to wait about 30 minutes.
Good. When is the next train heading back?
Heading back? Well, in about 20 minutes, I think.
All right. Wait in the station's waiting room.
What?
Don't get on the bus. Wait there until I come to pick you up.
I can't. I need to go help with the wake preparations soon. I have to get to Jennifer's place quickly.
You don't need to go.
Why not? Tom is on a business trip in Australia, so I have to go, at least.
I'll explain when I see you. Just don't go there.
Okay, I'll wait then. Why is he so frantic about calling me when I'm on my way to the late Jennifer's house? Feeling puzzled by my dad's urgency, I decided to wait for him. My name is Nancy. I've been married to my husband, Tom, for 3 years. I currently work part-time at a bookstore near the closest train station. Tom works in the system development department of a major trading company. His company operates both domestically and internationally, focusing on IT system development and implementation, so he often travels abroad for half the month. Tom's family is from a rural old household, and they continued farming until his dad passed away. When I first visited Tom's mom, Jennifer, with Tom,
Living alone, I just cook whatever is easy. Before I know it, I'm eating only simple meals.
Jennifer laughed as she served the meal she had prepared. Even though she called them simple, they were the best dishes I've ever had. Jennifer, this is delicious. I can't find any words other than delicious to describe it. I could eat this every day. She looked pleased to hear that.
Feel free to have seconds if you like.
I remember it like it was yesterday, her sending us home with lots of vegetables. I thought I would get along well with Jennifer when we first met, and we could build a good relationship. Tom's family home is about a 2-hour drive from our house. If I take the train and bus, it takes about 2.5 hours. Early this morning, my sister-in-law, Sarah, called with the news of Jennifer's passing.
Hello, Nancy. Jennifer passed away a little while ago. We're holding a wake tonight, so could you come by 2 p.m.?
Yes, I understand, but Tom is currently on his business trip overseas. I'll try to contact him right away, but I don't know if he can return today or tomorrow.
Oh, is that so? It's okay. Just you coming will be enough.
Really? Are you sure? Sarah sounded a bit pleased for some reason. I'll contact my parents immediately, so could you let me know the exact time and place once it's decided?
Sure. I'll let you know the details as soon as I can.
I'll see you later. After hanging up, I checked my phone screen. It was 11 a.m. Australia is 14 hours ahead. It's 1 a.m. there now. Tom is probably sleeping. But I have no choice given this situation. I called, but after 7 rings, it went to voicemail. Jennifer has passed away. The wake is tonight in American time, and the funeral will probably be tomorrow. Can you come back? I left the message on his voicemail and waited for his response. After that, I contacted the manager of the bookstore where I work and got the day off. Okay, next, I need to call my parents. Hello, Mom?
Oh, Nancy, are you off from the bookstore today?
Yeah, I got the day off. Well, this morning, I got the news that Jennifer passed away.
What? She's still so young. What happened?
I just found out and don't know the details yet, but I'm planning to leave as soon as I get ready.
I see. It's hard to believe. I'll let your dad know.
I've only been told that the wake is tonight. I'll call you again as soon as I know the time and place.
Got it. Since the wake is tonight, Tom might not make it in time. So stay strong.
I'm okay. Talk to you later. Now, I need to gather what to bring. When I opened the closet, the black handbag in front of my morning clothes caught my eye. That black handbag was a gift from Jennifer when she visited our house 2 months ago.
Having just one nice item like this can last you a long time.
I remember her handing me the bag in a box. Jennifer always spoke in a calm, gentle voice and taught me only the essentials about the old family's customs and how to interact with relatives, which I wasn't familiar with.
Both you and Tom live in the city, so you don't need to worry about the social customs of the countryside. City life has its own way of living, you know. When in Rome, do as the Romans do.
Jennifer said with a laugh. About 6 months after Tom and I got married, we attended a relative's wedding in New York City and decided to stop by his family home for an overnight stay. Since we don't visit often, we went shopping together in the local shopping district and then went to a karaoke box where Jennifer sang karaoke for the first time. She seemed so happy about it and kept smiling the entire time.
Nancy, in my 42 years as a member of this family, I've never had so much fun. Thank you.
Really, Jennifer? I'm always up for some fun, so feel free to visit anytime.
Really? I'm delighted. Can I come again?
Of course, anytime. By the time we got married, Tom's dad had already passed away. Tom left home for college, and his brother Bob also left when he started working. Until Tom's dad passed away 3 years ago, Jennifer had rarely left their rural hometown.
Every day was spent helping in the farms, going to the potato fields, and checking on the rental apartments and houses. The year just flew by. So when my husband went to heaven, I decided to stop farming and take it easy for a bit.
She spoke calmly and cheerfully as usual. Come to think of it, I've never seen Jennifer get angry. She was kind to everyone and never imposed her opinions on others. I want to be a grandma like Jennifer. That's what I vaguely thought. I packed a few days' worth of clothes and my morning clothes into the suitcase. Lastly, I reached for the handle of the formal bag that Jennifer had given me and grabbed it. As soon as I placed the bag on my lap, my vision blurred. What? Even on the day I heard the sad news, I didn't cry for some reason. But now, tears were streaming down my cheeks continuously. I must have been holding back, trying not to make Jennifer sad. Memories of Jennifer flooded my mind, and I hugged the bag and cried out loud. I never dreamed that the day to say goodbye would come so soon. We were supposed to go shopping and do karaoke together next month. She had promised to come over for a while when my baby was born. When I found out I was pregnant last month, Jennifer was the happiest and the first to congratulate me. Each time I picked up a memento of Jennifer, memories of the past 3 years flooded back. No, I can't get lost in memories now. I need to get ready. I need to leave soon, or I'll keep Betty and the others waiting. It was already 10:30 when I checked the clock. I need to hurry. Just as I was leaving the house, Sarah called.
Nancy, have you been able to reach Tom?
No, I'm sorry. There's a 14-hour time difference, so it's the middle of the night there. I couldn't get through.
Oh, I see. That's understandable. The wake is at 7 p.m. tonight, and the funeral will be at 11 a.m. tomorrow.
Oh, okay. Tonight at 7 p.m. and tomorrow at 11 a.m.
We'll have it at the usual place, so please let your parents know.
Yes, I understand. The truth is, I have always found it hard to get along with my sisters-in-law, Sarah and Betty. Tom is the youngest of three siblings, with a 6-year age gap between him and his older brother, Bob, and a 3-year gap between him and Betty. Bob is quiet and reserved, and Tom is also somewhat quiet. Betty, the eldest, tends to say whatever she thinks quite openly. Whenever we gathered, Betty would always ask, "Nancy, aren't you having a baby yet?" And Sarah would join in.
You need to have your first child by the time you're 30.
Well, yes. A year into our marriage.
Seriously, not yet?
Are you guys not intimate?
Maybe Tom is cheating on you.
It's possible, right?
They would take turns making snide remarks. At times like that, Jennifer never raised her voice but gently advised them.
Sarah and Betty, you're both parents now, right? You should know better than to say things that hurt others. Since we're all gathered here, let's try to keep it pleasant and enjoyable.
I didn't interact much with Sarah and Betty, but Jennifer and I visited each other almost every month. One month, I would visit her, and the next month, she would come to my house.
Mom and you don't seem like mother-in-law and daughter-in-law.
Really?
It's more like mother and daughter.
Tom would often say that. That's a nostalgic thought. As I reminisced, I waited at the station for 20 minutes as instructed. Then a taxi driven by my dad stopped in front of me.
Get in. We need to talk about something.
He said with a serious expression. What could it be that we need to talk about? What happened? Why are you suddenly telling me not to go?
Well, I received a letter from Jennifer yesterday.
A letter from Jennifer to you?
Yes, she wrote. Please don't let Nancy come to my house alone.
What does that mean?
You should read it yourself.
Oh, okay.
Once you read it, you'll understand why I stopped you.
What? What do you mean? My dad handed me a white envelope and I was shocked by its contents.
Dear sir, thank you for the delicious sweets you sent me the other day. I am writing this letter because I have a serious request and apologize for the informal nature of this communication. My request is that when the time comes for me to join my husband, please ensure that Nancy does not come to my house alone. As you know, Tom often travels abroad for his work, and he might be in a location where he cannot return immediately when I pass away. Could you please ensure that Nancy attends my funeral with Tom? I must confess that if my funeral is rushed before Tom returns, Sarah's family and Betty might try to get Nancy to sign documents renouncing her inheritance. Although Nancy shouldn't be able to renounce her inheritance without Tom's consent, it would be distressing to involve her in a family dispute. I have entrusted my will to a trusted friend regarding the distribution of my assets. Please forgive me for making such a request through a letter. I wish you good health and happiness. Sincerely.
As I finished reading the letter, my phone rang. Oh, it's Tom. Hello?
Nancy, I heard your voicemail.
Yeah.
Do you think Betty and the others are trying to finish Mom's funeral before I get back?
Probably. It seems that way.
You don't need to go today, Nancy.
What?
I'll call Betty and Bob and ask them to reschedule.
Okay.
I should be able to catch the earliest flight and be back by tomorrow evening.
I see. You're right. It's better if you're here too.
Exactly. So just wait at home, Nancy.
Okay. I'll see you tomorrow. I felt a bit relieved knowing Tom would be back.
Tom can come back tomorrow?
Yes, it seems so.
Actually, this morning I coincidentally had Sarah and the others in my taxi. They didn't realize it was me, though. Bob was trying to convince them to delay the funeral by a day. They were talking about getting Nancy to agree to renounce her inheritance while Tom isn't here.
What? Really? Just as Jennifer predicted.
Yes, it seems that Sarah's son, Michael, who just got his driver's license, crashed her car. They're being sued for millions in damages.
What? Sarah's car is a German luxury car, right? It should be insured.
It was initially insured only for Sarah. Michael forgot to get the one-day insurance. She was very angry, saying the car was so badly damaged it would need to be replaced.
So they're trying to get as much of the inheritance as they can. The next evening, Tom returned safely. We were all able to say goodbye to Jennifer together, and her will stated that each couple would receive $300,000. Sarah looked uneasy. Bob, will this be enough to cover the damages from the accident?
Thank you for your concern, Nancy. We're still short by $100,000, but we'll manage. It's our responsibility for not updating the car insurance policy.
Well, if it's okay, you can use $100,000 from my share. As soon as I said that, everyone looked at me. Sarah quickly spoke up.
Really? Thank you.
But then, Michael stood up and said,
I can't accept that.
Michael, Nancy is offering so generously.
Mom, we can't do that. Nancy, the accident was my fault.
How about this? I'll lend the money to you, and you can pay me back in installments each month. When I suggested that, he said, if that works for you, Nancy, I'd like to borrow the money. I'm sorry. Michael promised to work part-time and pay back $5,000 each month. I'm sure Jennifer would approve of this solution.
Nancy, you're such a kind person.
I almost felt like I could hear Jennifer's voice. Since then, Michael has been paying back the money every month. Sarah, having been admonished by Michael, hasn't brought up the issue again. Time passed, and finally, the due date arrived. I was taken to the delivery room, with Tom smiling as he saw me off. If Jennifer were still alive, she would surely be here, encouraging me. Thinking of that, I went inside. As it was my first childbirth, it took a bit of time, but a healthy baby girl was born.
Congratulations.
The midwife said as I smiled at the crying baby. After a few days in the hospital, the day of discharge finally came. Thanks to the company's kindness, Tom wouldn't have any business trips for a while, allowing us to cherish our family time. Imagining Jennifer's joyful face as she looked at my baby, I smiled warmly.